Damn, them motherfuckers long as hell. Last time I saw you on the last interview, they was,
I know.
right here.
Girl, they down my back.
Girl, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
They down my back. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you see me?
Girl, yeah. TT can see.
You so stupid. Don't start it.
I ain't gonna start.
So what you drinking water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. High quality H2O. Hey y'all.
Y'all, I interviewed Nek Mills. Like, shit, when was that?
I want to say it was
When you first came out?
when I first came out, because I think we talked about Jay.
Yeah, his crazy ass.
That's my dog. That's like one of my favorite cousins.
You can't do nothing but write unhinged niggas.
Listen, I do the best.
Even when you try to soften their ass.
I be trying. I promise you, I be trying, and they still be crazy
as hell. All right, let's get to it. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, what genre you write in, and anything you want them to know before we get into these questions.
Hey y'all, I'm Nek Mills, urban fiction writer with a little, I guess you can say I add in the romance for the razzle dazzle. My guys, they mean well, y'all. They do the best they can. But that's just me. I'm just a urban fiction writer from Alabama, live in Georgia, and I just, love what I do.
And that's what's up. So let's start. What's the story behind you becoming a writer?
To be honest, it's nothing deep. Like, it's nothing that I dreamed about when I was little. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that I just always wanted to be. Like, I didn't start reading urban fiction until the pandemic.
Same.
I didn't start reading until the pandemic, because baby, I was outside with the niggas. Okay, I was outside with the niggas.
Every day.
So, when the pandemic hit, I ain't had no choice but to be in the house. So I was like, let me do something. It's like the more I read, the more I liked it, and then it was like, I came across something. I really can't tell you what it was because I don't remember. I came across something that I wasn't really crazy about, but I'm never gonna tell somebody, like, slide in somebody's like inbox and be like, hey, your book was cool, but you could have did better when you did this. Right. Instead of me like critiquing somebody about something that they did, I was like, well, let me see if I can just, write myself.
Right.
I just feel like if there's something that I don't like, create what I love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how it happened.
I'm glad you did, because Certified Maniac, baby.
I love them boys. I do. I love them boys.
Man. So what was happening besides COVID in your life that made you pick up the pen but name yourself Nek Mills? Because every time you say Nek Mills, I'll be like, Nek the Freak.
Girl.
Nek the Freak.
Somebody else calls me that. Quanisha, she writes over there with Cole, I think. She calls me that, and I be like, girl, you couldn't think of nothing else. But like, my pen sisters under AJ Presents, they chose the name, I guess, because Nek Mills, I don't know, but they chose the name. Like, when I first started writing, you couldn't tell me that was gonna be my name, because I was gonna use like a childhood nickname to be my pen name.
Really?
But Nek Mills is cool. It sticks.
It does. I couldn't even picture you with another name.
Really?
The hell no.
Girl, my pen name was supposed to be Mina. Meena. Let me tell you, when we get off this live, I'm gonna show you my first ever book cover that I had made. Kay Nicole made it, because I was supposed to be a paranormal writer. Like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna write paranormal.
Wait a goddamn minute. Where is the paranormal woman?
Girl, someone still getting laughed at.
Girl, bye. I'm finna go to the next question. What the hell?
Still getting laughed at.
So, urban fiction has often been a mirror to the overlooked, the raw, and the real. How has this genre personally shaped your growth mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? Not just as an author, but as a woman navigating this world. A Black woman at that.
Not you with the deep questions, girl.
Look, I have grown as
girl.
I have grown.
Not you with the questions that's making me think. How has it helped me? One of the things, a piece of advice that an author gave me was when I have issues like in my everyday life, something that's like making me happy, making me sad, frustrated, things that I want to vent about that I feel like I can't talk about. He told me to put it in my books. Just put it in my books. So when it comes to urban fiction, although I probably need to go seek a real therapist and sit on somebody's couch, um, this is my form of therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in a mood, when I want to turn a bitch into a goat, like I just pen it. I just write it. You know what I'm saying? I just write it. So that's how I feel like urban fiction has shaped me. It's like I'm not real big on like venting to other people because sometimes when you vent to people, you find out how that person really feels about you when you fall out. They take what you said and they use it against you. So instead of me just going around telling my business to this person, that person, and hearing about it later, I'd rather just put my feelings into my book and let it be it. So that's how I feel like urban fiction has changed me as a person.
Well, I just want to say I appreciate you putting all that in your books. So let's talk about your male characters. You're known for writing male characters who are unhinged yet grounded, dangerous yet soft with their women, even though they be wanting to knock their head between the washer and the dryer sometimes. What they be doing, comedic. Because I have not met a character from you who can have a comedic line, yet deeply loyal. What is the psychology behind that? What makes a male character complete in your eyes?
To be honest, when it comes to my male characters, I write about niggas that I like. Like I write about.
You write about King Von.
Listen, I wish that I could have met that man at least once in my life. When I say I love Vaughn so bad.
You write about them old block niggas.
Vaughn was a good man. He was a good man, Savannah. He was those things he was accused of. He was not found guilty of those things in the court of law.
Oh, Jesus.
He was not. He was a good man.
I'm going to let all of y'all that's not from Chicago believe that. Okay? I'm going to let y'all believe that.
You stay in Chicago, right?
I am born and raised.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. You know, you let me think what I think, okay? Let me think what I think. Let me think what I think when it comes to their fun. But no, like the dudes I create, like I don't know, like the personalities of them are from like dudes I know. Some of their personality comes from me. But like for the most part, I just like to write about dudes that I like in real life, that I like to read about. So it's like I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody that turns people into like animals and like have zoos or nothing like that. But you know, if they did, let me talk to you, baby. I want to get to know you.
Or turn them into like walking zombies.
I want to get to know you.
That's wild. That is wild. Okay, vulnerability in Black men, especially in urban fiction, can be taboo or watered down. How do you navigate writing complex Black masculinity while still keeping it raw and authentic?
You know, I just feel like and this is just like a general we want a man that, you know, that's in tune with his feelings. But at the same time, it's like, damn nigga, you tender. So it's like I feel like it's a fine line. Like, do you want him to show emotion or not? So it's kind of like I struggle with that a little bit because like I want my dudes to be quote unquote soft when it comes to their women. But at the same time, I don't want him to appear soft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's something that I struggle with because I want my dudes are hard on hoes, but they love their girls. That's how I just try to keep it. That's how I like it.
Okay. Are these characters composites of men you know, people you've been with, or are they pulled from your imagination or observation of Black manhood?
Um, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. I feel like most of the guys that I write about are toxic in a way because that's all I've dealt with. Like it's hard for me to write about something I haven't experienced when it comes to like I can't write well, I ain't gonna say I can't write. I have trouble writing like male characters that are like overly affectionate. Like I have trouble writing about female characters that are submissive because I'm not a submissive person. I feel like it's in me, but I feel like it takes the right person to bring it out. And that's how it is with some of my characters. Like my female characters, like they're not weak. But it's like in order for them to be a certain type of woman, they need to have a certain type of man. So that certain type of man that they need, I have issues with kind of like connecting with that because it's not something that I see. And then it's like sometimes I try to get into like strictly romance, like maybe contemporary romance, to read it, to kind of feel it, to see, you know what I'm saying, what can I do? Girl, I can't read it. And there's nothing against the authors, but I just be ready for somebody to get their head blown off, you know?
Hey.
Choked up a little bit, something.
So when you write about love, especially Black love in the context of the urban romance genre, do you feel the storytelling around it is too often one-dimensional? And how do you write love that feels honest, chaotic, sensual, and still sacred?
Um, Again, like when it comes to like the love aspect, I write what I've experienced. I write.
You nasty. Wait a minute, Nick. What you mean?
Why did you say that?
Because as soon as you said that, my mind went to some of these scenes, and I was like, "Wait, goddamn minute!"
Because why did your mind go there?
I don't know. My bad. I'm professional again. Go ahead.
Girl, stop. But I don't forgot what I was saying. You threw me off. You threw me off. Hey, Amanda. Hey, y'all. Tyler, look at Tyler. She agreeing with you. I don't like that for me.
Oh,
But no, like when it comes to like love and the feelings and stuff like that, like I try to write it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I just try to write it how I see it. Everything isn't going to be black and white. You know what I'm saying? Everything isn't going to be that. Like it may take like a character a couple times to mess up before they get it right.
That's true.
You may have a man that knows what his intentions are from the beginning and he does everything that he's gonna say. So it's just like, I don't know. I had some niggas that got it right, had some niggas that got it wrong. Just like my characters. So that's how it goes.
But I think you make your characters real. Minus all the extra stuff for real. I think you make them real in the sense that everybody know a hood nigga. I don't care if you've never been in the hood. You know a hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? And the misconceptions of hood niggas is they just downright dogs. That they can't even get it right. But really, on some real shit, hood niggas are the most faithful. The most loyal.
Come on now.
I ain't saying all of them.
That's why I wish I could have met Vaughn, because I feel like Vaughn was that. I really feel like Vaughn was just, he was crazy. He was crazy. But I just feel like he just could have just loved me down. And I would have loved him too.
The fact that he loved that girl because she had a pew pew, and that turned him on because she had a pew pew and he had a pew pew. So there was a pew pew, and she was in the military. But this fact is just a fact.
Yeah, I just love him. I just love him so much. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll see him in my dreams tonight.
Your sex scenes go through reckless, messy, sensual, but never forced. Is writing sex ever difficult for you? What's your approach to making it hit emotionally, not just physically?
I watch a lot of porn.
Corn.
That's it. Oh, I can't say that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I watch corn and I eat corn too.
No, because TikTok certain words.
Oh, see, TT don't be on TikTok, so I don't know.
Corn and
Okay.
pew pew and unalive.
Okay. Thank you for the educational segment. I appreciate that. When this is over, give me a list of do's and don'ts so I can know. But yeah, I watch a lot of stuff. I watch TV a lot. And yeah, the nastier the better, I guess.
I like that. I like that for everybody. Has there ever been a moment when writing became overwhelming, where the pressures, the trauma, or the life behind the story got too heavy? And in those moments, have you ever have in those moments, how have your readers helped bring you back to the page? God, I be typing too fast.
Um. So with the Boudreaux series, the Boudreaux series talks about. I don't know if I can say what it talks about. Have you read Draw Them?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it talks about people getting taken and
Sex
doing things.
trafficking.
See, hey, I didn't know. I didn't know if I can say it. So yeah, it talks about that. So it's like that's probably the heaviest books I've written. So when it comes to those, I don't know. I'm not really crazy about like having different people like read stuff and tell me their opinions on it, but with certain stuff I have to get somebody else to read it because it's like if I feel like I'm not doing it right, if I feel like you can't feel what I'm saying, I need to regroup. But I think as far as like a book that just had me downright sad and like quote unquote depressed to where I had to take a little break, was my story that I wrote, Ill Fated Love, where the main characters both met their demise at the end. So that was probably like the saddest book that I've written. And I honestly feel like it's one of the best books I've written too.
You just answered my question that I've been thinking for. Like, damn, where did these characters come from in your last book? Now I gotta go and read about Zombie Boy here.
So you read Keys to My City?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, not Dre, Jules and Rosier, they have their own book.
Oh, let me go back.
Their book is part of a different series. Like this Keys to My City, it's not part of a series. It was just a book that's introducing my city, Millie Grove. But Rosier and Jules, they're part of the Boudreaux Mafia series.
Okay, I'm gonna go back tonight and read that because I was like, who is this voodoo having mother? They put the roots. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and read. Okay.
I would say that book pissed her off. My God, I'm sorry.
Damn.
It made a lot of people mad. My reviews reflected it. I ain't tripping.
Damn. Walk us through the timeline, your very first book to now. What lessons did you learn the early version of Nek Mills, have to learn the hard way, and what do you now know that you didn't know then?
I love talking. I love answering this question because now I can talk about it and see where I was wrong. So I just feel like when you're entering a new space, there's going to be a lot of trial and error. There's gonna be mistakes made. There's gonna be things that you have to learn from. When it comes to the literary world, I had to learn early on that everything isn't for everybody, and just because you put it out doesn't mean that people are going to receive it the way that you do. You know what I'm saying? So I learned early on that as long as when that book is published, as long as I'm okay with it, as long as I created that book to the best of my ability, like I can't worry about, you know what I'm saying, everybody else's opinion. And the reason why I said that is this. So with my very first book, Cuffed by a Certified Maniac, me and Cammy, you know what I'm talking about? Cammy Holt. Me and Cammy fell out because I felt like Cammy was hard on me in a sense when it came to my review. for that book because I thought it was a good book. You know what I'm saying? And with her being my pen sister at the time, I kind of felt like, damn, Candy, like if you felt the way about my book, or if you felt like it wasn't this, it wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? Like you could have told me. You didn't have to put it in my review. Now, looking back at it, and me and Cammy have talked about this. This is why, you know what I'm saying, I'm telling you. I appreciate Cammy for that criticism because Cammy taught me or helped me see early on that just because, you know, one person feels this way doesn't mean that it wasn't a good book. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Cammy didn't say that it was a bad book. She just, you know, talked about like a couple of inconsistencies and, you know, she just gave her opinion of the book like everybody else does. But it's like with that being my first book, I kind of got in my feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see it the way that Cammy was telling me. Right? Cammy blocked me and everything. Like Cammy blocked me and everything. But me and Cammy cool now, and I tell Cammy all the time, like, cause now we talk. We kissed and made up a while ago. I tell her all the time that I appreciate her. You know what I'm saying? Calling me out on my shit like she did. Because can I cuss? I cuss. Sorry.
I got alcohol in the back there.
Forgot who I was talking to for a second. But no, like she helped me see early on that it's okay if, you know what I'm saying, everybody doesn't receive your work the way that you do. It doesn't mean that it was bad. You just enter in a space where everybody has an opinion, and that's cool. And that's just like with music. You know what I'm saying? Like you might listen to Uzi Vert. I don't like Uzi Vert. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't like him. I don't listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Like you might like certain rappers. I don't like them. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everything isn't for everybody. I get that and I understand that. And from then, looking back then to now, I don't look at my reviews anymore.
Yeah.
Not even just because of that situation, because like you can be in the best of moods. You see, you can have like 1,000 good reviews, and then you have that one that just sticks out and it ruins your whole day. Because it's like if all these people saw this, why you didn't see it? Like why didn't you feel the way they felt? So it's like I don't really read reviews. I appreciate every page read. I appreciate every download, every share. Your opinion is your opinion. You know what I'm saying? My opinion is my opinion. And that's just how it is. Like we're gonna get through this book. You like it, cool. You don't, okay. We're gonna go on to the next.
Yeah. Because a lot of people are real messy boots, you know what I'm saying? They're looking for attention.
Right.
They want you to react. So they can be like, look, she can't even be professional.
And you know what? That's another thing. Like there was an instance. I think it was earlier this year, sometime last year. I don't know. I screenshot a review that somebody had left on Amazon, and they said something about they felt like my work wasn't me. They felt like somebody else wrote my book, and I crashed out online, and I told them like, I'm cool with what you say. I just didn't like the way they said that because for one, I never want anybody to think that anybody else wrote my stuff. So it's like people. Like another author, she screenshot what I put on my personal page, and she put me in a group that had like over 100,000 people in it. 100,000 people. So she put me in the group, and they was talking about some people agreed, some people didn't agree, some people said they was gonna never, you know what I'm saying, read nothing else from me again because I said what I said. And they felt like I got mad because I didn't write it. They felt like I got mad because they felt like I was getting defensive because I didn't write it, and that's not the case. Like I never want anybody to think that. Damn, I can't grow as an author. You know what I'm saying? I can't write different stuff. And then it's like you put something like that on an Amazon review. How you know Amazon ain't having a bad day and they decide to snatch my whole account from me because they feel like somebody else is writing my stuff. They feel like my stuff is AI generated and I ain't doing what I'm saying I'm doing. So it's like that's why I got mad about it. I'm cool with what you say. You know what I'm saying? People say stuff about Monica. Not Nek Mills. They say stuff about Monica in real life. You can say what you want to say about me, but just, you know, don't. I just feel like when it comes to being an author, it's certain things that we're not supposed to react to because of the quote unquote light we in. But at the end of the day, baby, I'm human.
Because I know Nicole is on here booked and busy, and I know if I crash out, she gonna cuss my ass out. But I'm gonna just say this. Authors are human, y'all. They're human beings. They have lives outside of writing. They have bad days. And I feel like if y'all feel that y'all are disrespected you should say something. Just like anybody else, because I crash out at least once a month on this here app about some bitch that done opened her mouth too wide instead of putting a dick in it and shutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
But
I like that kind of talk there, but I gotta say corn. Okay.
You do what you need to do for your peace. You know what I'm saying? Nick, I have seen you when you first came out. When you very first came out. From where you are from then to now, the growth is amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing. And for people to, like, everybody got an opinion, just like they got assholes and some of y'all got flat booties. But, you know, everybody got some. You know what I'm saying? You can speak your opinion, but you got to understand there's a reaction to any action. You know what I'm saying? So, for one, my opinion, I think Neek has grown so much.
Thank you.
And she has her writing. I liked it from day one.
Thank
but
you.
it's grown more. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I have time, I love to read Nek Mills books.
Thank you.
And it may not be for everybody because some of y'all some vanilla bitches. And it might not be for everybody. But for those of us who say we like urban fiction, I think this is a great author to read. I'm not saying this because she up here because I damn near cuss out anybody. So it don't even fucking matter. But she is an amazing author. Minus King Von shit. Girl, you wrong.
Let me tell you something. Like, I just love them. I get that you from the city. That you know things I don't know. I go by what's on the internet, baby. You can talk to the person down the street. Both of y'all gonna know what's going on. I love Davon Bennett. I love him.
Look, let's just say I know his sister. I know a lot. Okay, I just know a lot. But that's true. You got it. You've been signed for a minute. So now, are you indie or are you still signed?
No, I'm indie. I went indie last October.
So you've been on both sides, signed with a publisher and now walking the indie path.
Mm.
How has that shift impacted your freedom, your hustle, and your craft?
Well, even when I was with a publisher, I was still able to quote unquote do what I want. As far as like what I write, when I release, stuff like that. Now it's like I still do that, but it's like now I gotta pay for everything. It's like I gotta pay for everything.
Yeah.
I gotta pay for everything. But it's like that's the only downside to it, in my opinion, being published versus being indie. I just gotta pay for everything. But I mean, in my opinion, the benefits are better. The benefits are better. Sometimes, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I go back and forth with if I want to sign to another publisher or not, simply because I still feel like I know that I still have a lot of growing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be mentored. I want to do and learn certain things that I feel like, you know what I'm saying, a publisher could teach me. But then it's like, nah, like I talk to a lot of authors that I really feel like can help me. So it's like, if I can't get what I need from them, and that's not to say that if I needed something that my previous publisher wouldn't help me. That's not saying that, because if I text her something, she'll text back. Yeah. But I don't know. I love being indie. I love it. And so I'm full-time writing, so this is my full-time job.
That's what's up. Because last time we talked, you still was working for that man every night and day. Now you not. Congratulations.
Every day. Thank you. Every day I tell my homegirl, like, I don't want Stevie to send me back to the strip club. So it's like I have to be like, I'm real hard on myself when it comes to like being consistent, like having a schedule and stuff like that. Because like I'll get complacent quick. Like my mind thinks that, okay, but nigga, you at home, you got time to do this, you got time to do that. Baby, listen, if you don't want to go back and beat the clock, you got to get your stuff together.
Facts. So out of your entire catalog, who is your favorite character? Don't you even out besides him? Jay. Besides Jay. Besides Jay.
Okay, to be
And
honest,
why?
besides Jay, I'm honestly going to say I have three. I
Okay.
can't give you one.
Okay. Okay.
I got Khalil from
Mm-hmm.
my Scarred, my Toxic series, Khalil.
Okay. I read that.
I have Malachi from my Holiday Mayhem.
Did I read that? I don't think I read it.
It's Holiday Heartbreak is the novella that goes before it. Then it's Holiday Mayhem with Malachi and what's that girl name? Daily? Her name started with a D.
I'm trying to catch up on your
I don't remember
catalog.
what her name was. But Malachi, Khalil, and Jules. Those are my top three. Dalen. That was her name, Dalen.
Well, I have Jules.
I love Jules. Like, cause baby, let me tell you something. If my man don't turn you into a slug or a sloth when you piss me off, is it love? Is it love?
Yo!
If this nigga don't turn you into a turtle, if he don't have you howling at the moon, does he really love you? But
Child.
Jules is back. Jules is back.
I'm hollering. So, what inspiration or personal revelations do you pull from each book you write, and do your stories ever heal you in the process?
I don't. You talking about as far as like some, like the books having like some self-help motivation stuff in there?
Self-help, mentally put you in a place for the next book.
To be honest, I don't think about that when I write my books because it's like I just don't get deep with it. I just don't like I just like to have fun when I do it. I just like to laugh. I like to cuss.
I can tell.
I like to see them hunch. Like I like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't really written about a character that was just like real deal, like going.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. Because the girls in the Boudreaux series, Gabby and Bridget, they dealt with like the trafficking situation. So anybody that talks to me in real life will let you know, baby, that's my fear. I am scared to get trafficked. I don't even like walking to the mailbox.
Damn.
I'm scared.
Damn.
I pull up at Walmart and I see a white van, baby, I'm going back to the house.
Girl, my husband got a better chance of getting trafficked than me. They send my monkey ass back. Quick.
They might send me back, but baby, they're gonna rough me up because I'm gonna get on there. I'm gonna talk my talk. But that's the only thing, baby. I'm scared of getting trafficked. Do you not know how pissed my mama gonna be? Girl, mama is gonna be mad. I done came to Atlanta to let somebody take me. Girl, I ain't got time. I want to hear my mouth.
Your new book, Keys to the City and Millie Grove Introduction, is layered. It's hilarious and pure unhinged energy from page one. Can you walk us through the creation process? What sparked the Millie Grove world, and how many books are we getting in the universe?
So as far as like how many books, it's an infinite amount because Millie Grove is my city now. Like I still have like a couple characters that I have to like tie up in other cities that I made up, which ain't really no big deal because I really don't talk about them a lot anyway. But Millie Grove is my city, so it's like, what, girl?
I'm trying to figure out how many damn books.
I can't say because Millie Grove is my city, so everything is gonna be happening in Millie Grove.
So are we gonna get any more like supernatural stuff?
Yeah.
You ain't even got to write paranormal. You don't understand.
I real deal want to, but let me tell you the thing, my issue with paranormal. For one, I feel like I'm thinking too much on it. I feel like I'm making it more complicated than what it has to be.
I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now.
And not only that, like when I get to my paranormal book, I want to have everything else wrapped up. Like I don't want to, like, let's just say, like right now, we just got the Millie Grove, right? I don't want to write a paranormal book right now because I just put out Uno book and I might do a book on, you know what I'm saying, the brothers. So it's like I don't want to put anything in between. You see what I'm saying?
But okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out. All right. Y'all said the same thing to Miss Lady P.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can write a paranormal within an urban fiction story that y'all already got going on for the simple fact that all y'all gotta add is either fangs, some shifting shit, some mystical magic shit.
I agree.
That motherfucker could
When
be.
I write my paranormal book, I want it to feel more urban still. I want it to feel.
I've been saying it. I want to see y'all characters.
But I ain't ready yet. I'm scared.
Stop it, girl. What you scared? You how you gonna say you scared of that? But girl,
I told you let me tell you something. My first book that I submitted to AJ was a paranormal book. My pen sister, I was writing. That was supposed to be my debut book. Candace, my pen sister, she read what I was writing, and she told me that she couldn't connect to the characters, that she was confused. See, this is before I knew better. I called AJ, and I told AJ her and Candace can go to hell. I ain't want to write no more because I knew my book was good. Girl, looking back at it now, that shit didn't make a lick of sense. And
but I'm saying the way you write, Nick, just it's the way you write. You already there. When it comes to urban paranormal, you are already there. Oh, you just and somebody asked what is shifting. When I say shifting, I'm talking about that motherfucker can turn into a wolf, a sphinx.
That's what I want to do. A vampire,
a
vampire and a werewolf. That's what I want to do. M. Monique is in these comments, y'all, and I'm trying not to. Y'all know how I get about M. Monique. But that's what I want to do. I want to do wolves and vampires because I love wolves. Like if I could go buy a wolf, I would buy a wolf. Like I love me a wolf, baby. I love me a wolf. So I'm gonna get it together. I am. I really am. I promise.
That's all. If I could get every freaking urban fiction author to write a paranormal series, I would be fucking happy in life. I really would, because y'all already write good books. All y'all gotta add is a little whatever.
I'm gonna do one. I just know that when I get to it, it's gonna take me a minute, and I want to have everything else out the way. Because I don't want to, like, when I don't know. I know I'm going to take my time with it. So I want to make sure that I'm caught up on what I need to be caught up on, I guess.
Okay. All right. So urban fiction is sometimes dismissed, even by our own, called too black or too street. How does that criticism sit with you? And what would you say to those who try to reduce urban fiction to just trauma or crime lit?
You done sat up here and told me that it's certain words I can say on this internet. So it's like when it comes to me myself personally, like that's not all urban fiction is about though. Like urban fiction ain't just about, you know what I'm saying, like drugs and sex and urban fiction ain't just that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to read about cocks, just say that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to read, just say that.
I hate that word so much.
Like that's because that's what it's given. If that's
I read white authors, but the word just give me the heebie-jeebies sometimes.
I read them too. Like, let me tell you something. In my opinion, and this isn't shade or nothing like that, because I haven't read everything. I told you I didn't start reading until, you know what I'm saying, the pandemic. And now that I write, it's still only certain stuff that I read because I never want anybody to think that I put their work in my own. So it's like I haven't found the balance to where I can read and write. I said that to say, because we were talking about, you know, the white people. Some of my favorite books, as far as like dark romance and mafia romance, are from them. Now they can write that. They write that well. So it's like I read it, but my thing about it is you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to bring down a whole culture just because it's not your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't respect that. So, you know what I'm saying? Read what you want to read. If you don't like it, okay, go on to the next, you know?
I say the same thing, but I do think you bitches is whack, especially the black ones that's out here saying that shit.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you are a black and brown girl and you don't like reading things from people that look just like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that, but honey, to each his own.
Girl, these bitches be whack.
Mm-hmm.
Was Nicole. I swear I'm not gonna crash out on her. I promise you on that. This community shows you real love. How do you hold space for that love, and what does it mean to be received in that way as a Black author?
Um, Let me tell you something that's funny. My girls get on me all the time about quote unquote not knowing who I am. In my eyes, in my mind, baby, I'm just Bernica. I'm just Bernica. Like I appreciate every single person that tags me in a comment when they recommend like their favorite authors and stuff like that. Like when I see it, it's like, damn girl, like they real deal fuck with you. And it's like people don't understand. Like I have bad days like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I have days when I don't want to be bothered. I have days when everybody, you know what I'm saying, irritates my soul. I have days when I feel like, okay, Bernica, maybe you need to go back to the strip club. Maybe this ain't for you. Because I get so frustrated and overwhelmed at times. But then I promise you, it's like I have like readers that are like inbox me randomly and be like, I just read such and such, like, thank you so much for, you know what I'm saying, showing us your craft and gifting us with this and that. And it's like, okay, Bernica, like you got somebody out here that's looking forward to your books, baby. Like, get on your shit.
When I say this, I mean no disrespect, but use that bitch. Hey, you that bitch. Claim that shit. You that bitch.
I'm getting better with it. I'm honestly getting better with it. Because it's like, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I don't see what people see. Like, I feel like I'm a good writer. I do feel like I'm a good writer. But I have so much to learn in order to be a great writer. And I just feel like in between the good and the great, I'm hard on myself to where it's like I feel like I'm not doing enough. Or my biggest thing is, and I need to stop doing it, I can see somebody in a 12-month span put out X amount of books. Here we are almost 5 months into the year, and I've only released 2 books. I don't like that for me because you know what I'm saying, like a full-time author, and I feel like I should be doing more. But one thing that I'm trying to learn is to give myself grace. I'm trying to give myself grace.
You, child, you gonna have me acting up. You about to make me crash out for real.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nick, you are an amazing fucking author.
Thank
Your
you.
books is fucking real. I love the crazy unhingedness. There is a quality about you that is different, sets you apart from other authors. You know what I'm saying? And you have that quality. And the fact that you are a self-made Black woman, Black author, that is something that is a lot of people can't fucking do. And that is because of your writing pen. It ain't got shit else to do with nothing else. It is you. It is you. It was you. It was you in the beginning. It was you. It's you now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you are where you need to be at. Fuck everything else. I always say I'm in my own bubble. When bitches try to slide in my bubble, I boo boop their ass and get on. You know, move around. Because you have a gift. A God fucking given gift. Like, I'm not writing no shit like that. I might talk like that, but I don't write it. You write it. You have the imagination, you have the gift, you have the spirit to do that. Not all these hoes out here writing like that. Now, hold up, some of you authors, if you in the comments, I ain't calling you hoes. That's just how I saw it. Okay? Just putting that out there. But you have a gift. So, regardless of a bad interview or a bad review from somebody or somebody speaking negative about you, fuck them hoes. What they gonna do? Beat your ass? No. So let them go on about their motherfucking business, because all they trying to do is invade your peace. You do what you need to do for you at the time frame you need to do it, because we will wait patiently. We might get in your inbox, hey, when the next book. but it's because we love your writing. So fuck everybody else. Bitches gonna open their mouth 24/7. Hoes gonna hate on you 24/7. If a hoe ain't hating on me, I feel like I ain't doing enough. So,
You ain't saying nothing wrong. I appreciate that.
no problem.
Not you done got on this live and gathered me the hell up. I know that's right.
Girl, cause I hate for an author that I actually read, that I really mean I read, to ever talk down on themselves. Because when you talk down on yourself, you speaking some shit into existence that shouldn't even fucking be spoken.
You're right.
Fuck that. You got enough motherfuckers that want to see you fail. Why you gonna do it?
You're right. You're right. You ain't saying nothing wrong.
Just saying.
You ain't saying nothing wrong.
Now let me get back to these questions. I told you I done got growth and trying to be professional around this bitch.
You're doing well. You know, up until you said the bitch, but you know, you're doing good.
Look, it's still growth. It's still growth.
Listen,
I've given
something better than nothing.
Exactly. So, who were your literary inspirations? How did their work shape your voice? Are there any non-literary influences, music, film, or real life stories that fueled your creativity?
King Von.
Bitch,
Davon Bennett. Davon, baby. Davon.
Oh my God.
Girl, I just love him. I just love him. And let me tell you something. If that man was still here, baby, Asian would have been calling me all type of hoes and stuff. Asian would have been at my door. But I talked to, and let me tell you something. Being in this space, I love having access to my favorite authors because they help me so much. They inspire me so much. Like on any live, I'm always talking about like M. Monique, Takara, Aubrey J, T. Lynn, K. Nicole. Like having access to them, and when I'm feel like I'm not doing enough, when I feel like this and that, like they tell me the real. They give it to me the way I would give it to somebody else. So it's like when it comes to like inspiration, encouragement, what makes me want to do this or what makes me want to be better at that, the people around me, as far as like my author tribe, like they real deal like help me. They real deal help me.
I love that for you. I do. Ain't nothing like to have some good people on your side.
Absolutely.
If you could speak to your younger author self, what advice would you give her about the industry, the process, and the power of your voice?
Don't take everything to heart. Don't take everything to heart. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like everything isn't for everybody, and that's okay. Like write your story, be true to you, and the people that are meant to be in your community will come. The people that are your tribe will come. So don't try to make, and I feel like I haven't done this, but don't try to make yourself something that you're not. If you know that, you know what I'm saying, a certain thing isn't your lane, don't go over there. Stay in yours. Stay in yours. Like, I don't want to be a one-dimensional author that just writes one thing. But baby, if you like writing chaos, if you like writing toxicity, nastiness, craziness, do that. Regardless of how many people say they tired of reading about, you know what I'm saying, like drug dealers. They tired of reading about this. They tired of reading. Baby, write your story for you. Write your story for you.
Yeah.
I would also tell myself, one thing that Cammie always tells me when I fly off the deep end, it's okay to vent, but keep it in the group chat. Everything ain't got to be on the internet.
God damn, I just made a post about that.
Everything doesn't have to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that we're human. Even though we say we don't like to do certain things, sometimes your emotions get the best of you, and you do that. You do the one thing that you do things that you say you don't want to do. You say you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, post certain stuff or do certain stuff. But baby, when somebody got you effed up, you know, you just have to let it be known. And I'm learning to not always do that.
I need to learn that.
And let me tell you why. I never want to put myself in a position to where I'm blocking an unknown blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because like, who's to say that I don't have like somebody scoping my social media, wanting to work with me on like a publishing deal or an audio deal. They see a post I made where I done call somebody a funky ass bitch, and they like, you know what? We gonna leave her alone. We gonna leave her over there.
I think I'm getting better because I'm not naming people no more. You know what I'm saying? Because usually I just say y'all fucking name. Because what you gonna do with my ass?
That's another thing I don't like. I can make a post. I can be talking about anything. Somebody's gonna take it up amongst themselves to feel like I'm talking about them, or I'm talking about a certain situation. Like I'm very transparent. If you feel like something is geared towards you, but you can ask me. You can ask me. You don't have to.
I
You don't
swear
have
to
to
God.
create your own narrative of anything. But that's one of the things that I'm trying to do. Just stay off the internet. If it's not promoting my stuff or sharing other things that people are promoting as far as their stuff, baby, I don't. I really don't want to do
I'm getting better. I literally said today, I said, this is the last time I'm gonna post this. I said, you raggedy hags. I said, y'all one-sided beef was invading my peace. I can either be cool, but I'm petty as hell, so I'm gonna hurt your soul, not your feelings. Just saying. I'm trying to get better.
And I hate that sometimes, like, you have to go to social media, or you feel like you have to go to social media to get someone's attention. But sometimes that's what happens, because it's like I can I can be texting somebody and they don't respond to my message. I make a post on social media. You see that because you didn't slid in my text. Hey, are you talking about? Well, bitch, you know. So I'm working on that.
Girl, Jesus working on me, and
Mm-hmm.
so is the devil sometimes. So
Sometimes.
it's a balance. It's
Mm-hmm.
a balance. I swear. You can get storm or you can get chaos. It's a balance. I'm working, Nicole. I'm trying to get better. I promise you. I'm not trying to stress you out any more than I already stressed you out.
Do the best you can, think, but
I'm trying. I'm trying. What's your advice? What advice do you have for writers, especially Black women and Black men in the urban romance genre, who um who are sometimes scared to tell their truths in this space because of backlash?
don't let nobody don't let somebody's like perception of something change who and what you are. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feel like this is what it is, then baby, this is what it is. Even if they feel like it ain't. Be true to you. Just always be true to you. Do at the end of the day, after you bathe
Mm,
and you get your ass in the bed, at the end of the day, if you are okay with everything that you did those previous hours, if you okay with it, baby, don't worry about nobody else.
mm-hmm.
Don't worry about nobody else. I feel like us as people, period. Sometimes we get so wrapped up with what other people feel and what other people think that we lose sight of ourselves.
Yeah.
Baby, at the end of the day, you got to pay them motherfucking bills. At the end of the day, you got to live with the stuff that you do. Okay?
If you could sit down with major bookstores and tell them one thing about urban fiction and Black indie authors, what would it be? Where are they getting wrong?
Everything isn't violent. Everything isn't now. Hey, they do be killing. They they do be killing. They do be snouting. They do that. They do that. But it's not all that. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, you see the word urban and you think, you know what I'm saying, you automatically think hood, ghetto, ratchet. That's not that. That's not
Yeah.
that. That's not that. Like you, that's not that. That's not that.
So what's the publishing industry not understanding or outright ignoring about the richness of our stories, whether it be urban fiction, contemporary, or whatever, what have you, when it comes to indie stories?
Um, I just feel like I don't know when it comes to. I feel like it's kind of hard for me to answer. When it comes to stuff like that, I feel like at the end of the day, they already have their mind made up on what it is and what it isn't. I feel like they want a certain type of they want diversity, but to a certain extent. Like I'll give this black person this, but you got to do it my way. Like there's rules, there's stipulations. Like you can write your love story, but I don't want you to say this word. I don't want your character to be dark skinned. I want your character to be light skinned. Like I just feel like they want to put people in those spaces, but they want to put people in those spaces on their terms. But I just feel like if you let that author be them, the outcome will be more beneficial than what you know. Because even though I see the girls online saying they don't like urban fiction, they just that there's so many women that do. There's so many women that do, and there's so many women that come behind these authors. If you just let the author do what they do, baby, everybody making money. Everybody making money.
Facts. Facts.
Look
So,
at Shan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out. Shannon, Crystal Shade, that white lady. Hey, girl.
that's, please, Jesus. What event signings or panels are you attending this year or next that readers can catch you at? Any cities you're hoping to touch down in?
So I can't, God willing, as long as God has it in His plans, I'm going to be at these places. But this year, the only two events that I'm going to attend are, baby, I'm coming to Chicago.
I know. I will
That's
be seeing you.
event. That's why I hate that Von ain't here. Baby, never mind. So I'm coming to Jessica Watkins event at the end of September, and I'm gonna do Southern Hearts. Those are the only two events that I'm doing this year.
Okay.
Lord willing, next year I want to be in Miami. I was supposed to be in this year, but I had a procedure done. I didn't know what the outcome was gonna be, so I didn't go. But I plan on making.
I'm going next year. I'm going next year.
I plan on going to M. Monique's event.
I won't make that one.
Those are the only two right now that I have. I wanted to reach out to I know another author. She's working on something behind the scenes, but she ain't said it yet, so I can't say that. But I want to reach out to a couple more authors that I saw was like hosting events in their city. So I think I don't want to get her name wrong. I think it's Shelly P.
Yeah, Shelly P. She going to LA.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't make a lot of
They say
events.
be niggas out there too.
That's why I can't make a lot of events, because y'all keep popping up with events. And
Listen, every day it's a different one, and I'm trying to go outside, let the girls.
shit,
I think I'm the girls.
I'm gonna be living outside next year. Jesus Christ.
That's what I want to be doing. But they say it's some niggas out there in LA. I'm trying to go see what that be like. So yeah, I might go out there.
I'm so dead.
I might go out there.
I'm so dead. Yeah, it's a lot of events I can't make because they interfere with the Boozy Book Tour. And then there's a lot of events that I can't make because they interfere with events that I've been waiting to go to.
Yeah.
I'm not missing them this year. I mean, next year. I'm just not.
It's so many.
I'm just not. And some of them are on the same fucking days.
Baby, you just gotta spin. Let me tell you something. The ones that know me know I'll spin a wheel quick. I got a wheel app on my phone, baby. I put everything on that wheel. I spin it. Wherever it land on, that's what I'm gonna be.
Damn.
Now, I ain't lying.
I ain't got the luxury of all that shit.
I ain't lying. But I spin me a wheel quick. That's how I figure out what story I'm gonna do next. I spin the wheel.
That's crazy. I like to see that wheel. But
I spin the wheel.
so finally, What book is dropping next? Can you announce it or no? Or
Yeah.
not?
My next book is going to be it's part of the Dro Mafia series. It's gonna be book 3. Andre's book. He was in Keys to the City. Keys to my City. Andre. The name of the book is called Dro, the Corporate Assassin. This is gonna be his book. So that's the next book that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play catch up. I'm gonna have to go back, read them 2 books.
You got to, man. Them books are good.
Because I didn't know. Because look, the way y'all be dropping books like motherfucking Pokemon balls around this bitch, I have to fucking figure it out.
And you know what? Like those books, Uno's book isn't really connected to those 2 books, but it's like in my books, like my characters, they cross over a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would recommend someone read those other 2 books first, but you ain't necessarily got to, because Uno got his own story. But the book's good. I ain't gonna lie to you, honey.
I gotta go back to the catalog. Goddamn, I'm so behind on so many of y'all catalogs. It's ridiculous.
Same. I am too.
So give me all those social media handles, websites. I heard you got a book box around this bitch. Facebook group, whatever people need to know to step into Nek Mills' work.
Author Nek Mills on Facebook group as told by Nek. Instagram as told by Nek, Threads as told by Nek, TikTok as told by Nek, everything just as told by Nek. Everything is as told by Nek.
Oh my God. The book box is sold out.
Yeah, girl, it's sold out. That book sold out in less than 24 hours.
What's your website, ma'am?
Oh yeah, the website. As told by Nek.com.
I'm dead.
Yeah, as told by Nek.com.
Are you doing another book box? Girl, please don't stress me.
Okay, so this is something that I haven't said. I'm gonna tell the people right here on your live.
Okay.
Jay is gonna get a book box because I'm gonna do a spinoff with his children, and Khalil is going to get a book box. Loon, the Scars of a Toxic Nigga and Toxic Redemption, they're gonna get a book box because Bino is gonna get a story.
Oh.
Yeah. So
What you got a newsletter? Girl.
Like, let me tell you something. Okay, so with me being newly indie, you know, a lot of stuff is trial and error. So I'm still figuring out the importance of the newsletters and the websites.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the best I can.
I know, but you gotta understand. I told you we love your ass. You think playing? If we trying to spend our money.
I love y'all. Let me tell you something, baby. They told me up about that book box being gone. They in my inbox today cussing me out about that box. And when I say I love my readers, like we really act like we home girls. Because the way they talk to me is like, bitch, what you doing? Like, for real.
You know what? Reading is my therapy. Nobody cares that you got one. Nobody cares. Thank you for rubbing it in, sis. Thank you. Thanks so much.
But yeah, I do appreciate all you girls that purchased the box. Like I love y'all for that.
Yeah, I'm happy you sold out. It's always a good thing to see one author sell out, and it's no profit given to nobody else.
I love that for me and us and them. I love that.
I love that. Okay, do you mind sticking around a little bit so I can do my house cleaning?
Of course.
Here come the infomercial that I'm known for. Good God. Now, when I'm talking about these events, these are events that I'm interested in going to. So you ain't got to be in the comments be like, what about this? What about that? Bitch, I said that I am interested in going to. Okay, so let's get to the Boozy Book Tour first. We got Raleigh, North Carolina, May 17th. We have Arlington, Virginia, July 26th. And Chicago, Illinois, October 18th. That is a 3-day event. That is October 17th. The line dancing, well, not line dancing, but the Chicago Steppers class The book signing on the 18th and the 19th is the brunch, whiskey, and mimosas. And then you have February 27th through March 1st, Las Vegas. That is the second Melanin Ball, the Indie Literary Awards, and the Pajama Jam party and shit. We get the first day, which is a movie, laser tag, and bowling. The second day is the book signing, the Indie Literary Awards, and the Melanin Ball. The third day is a brunch. This is a hangover brunch because I trust and believe after the last Melanin Ball, you're going to be hungover. I promise you. Because it's called Boozy Book Tour. Okay? And then we have Denver, June 26th, which is a multicultural, interracial, erotica, and BDSM dungeon night. So you will get to experience a BDSM interactive dungeon night with a dom and submissive and be able to do active play within the dungeon. NDAs must be signed. You must be 21 and over. And what you do, there's your business. Phones will not be allowed past a certain point. FYI. And then Seattle, Washington is October 23rd through the 25th. This is a wonderful white shoes poly mad tea party. It is a 3-day event in Seattle, Washington. 23rd is the meet and greet. The 24th is the book signing and the tea party. And the 25th is the boozy high tea. And I also want to say the dungeon night, that first night, is going to be an adult toy party. FYI. Sponsorship is available for all those events, and if an author would like to sponsor or a reader wants tickets, they will be on our website, boozybooktour.square.site. This year, we have the ICU Literary Expo in Detroit, Michigan, powered by Bray. Some phenomenal motherfuckers on that list. I can't wait to meet Brandon Massey. And yours truly will be podcasting. And then you have the Jam Awards and the book signing, which is on the HBCU Atlanta College Consortium. That is going to be on the campus of Clark Atlanta University. And once again, I will be there podcasting July 16th. Events that are happening next year. The Cali Author Converse Books and Denim Takeover. That's April 24th through the 25th. That's hosted by Shelly P. You have the Napa Book Retreat and Wine hosted by Nicole and LaShawn. That is Labor Day, September 4th through the 6th to 2026. The Miami Urban Expo hosted by Ashley Vine is April 10th through 11th, 2026. God damn, y'all got a lot of shit. Petals and Prose Book Romance Books in Bloom by A. Blossom and Brianna Michelle. That's going to be in St. Louis, Missouri, May 2nd. Characters in the City Book Event, March 20th through the 21st, 2026. Yeah. Now to the businesses. Had to write all this shit down. You have Tylee, marked by Taddy. She is the phenomenal editor of so many of your favorites books. And she is so professional and it is cost efficient. But don't lowball my girl. All right. PR company and consulting management, Nicole, aka Booked and Busy, who is also my agent. She handles authors, influencers, and business. You have the Urban Tea Room, Natalie. She literally does tea boxes that are teas. She makes teas into your characters, and they're book boxes. They're phenomenal. Just Turn Pages, Sprays Pages, the Bibliophile Boutiques. She did Tay Monet. I think that's how you say it, Tay Monet. Mm-hmm. She did that. I don't even like pink, but that was a cute book that she sprayed. Shannon, my business partner, the Literary DFW, she have books online. She makes book boxes. If you have not seen the book box that she made for A.A. Lewis, that shit tight as fuck. Plus, she has spend the night boxes that look like little Birkin bags or Hermes bags. I don't know how she made that shit, but that shit's cute. And it has adult toys in it and books from authors. So if you are an author and want your book on an online bookstore, she is your girl. She also does author merch and all that shit. And then you have all that and more editing and promotion. She is another editor. Then you have podcasts, Booked and Busy. Nicole, she is phenomenal at what she does. Check her out if you are an author. I'm not the only person in the game. You need to check out other podcasters because when I say market your shit because ain't nobody going to do it for you. Market your shit. You have Jaleesa Reeves. She just started a podcast. Get in touch with her as well. And I want to talk about my roundtables. We have May 8th, the library and bookstore, where I have librarians and bookstore owners coming in to talk about how you as an author can get your book in the library the right way and in bookstores, online and physical, the right way. May 23rd is Sex and Books. I have 7 authors coming, and we're going to talk about sex and books, black books. Yeah. Then we have May 30th, the Queer and Sapphic Roundtable, where I'm going to have a queer publishing house come in with queer authors and editors to discuss the importance of black queer literature. Then in June, I will be having the Black Love Roundtable, where it will be wives and husbands, business owners in the literary community, readers, book reviewers, talking about why it's important for us. Because it'll be me and my husband and a few more people. I want you guys to also know that Rowdy Gunshot Productions, there's an indie film productions company, 2 black women making indie films for indie authors, turning their stories into film, web series, and scripted podcasts. Check them out. Actress Chanel Mack of Wicked City. She is also looking for indie authors to turn your films into a web series on mega media film company, something like that. Yeah. If you haven't voted, I have been voted influencer of the year. Hold up, Royce, I'm gonna get there. If you haven't voted, I have been voted nominated for influencer of the year, right along with Britt and her books and a lot of other phenomenal influencers. Vote for us. I don't care if you vote for me, her, or whoever. Vote for us. It's on the AAMBC award thing. It's in my bio, right along with my website, my YouTube channel. And yeah, I think that's it. God damn. Fuck. And as far as my BDSM club opening in Chicago, that will be in 2027 because Chicago is giving me the blues.
Girl.
How you think I feel?
Louise.
All right. So thank you for coming on. Girl, the planner. I got a planner. It's in my bio.
I know that's right, girl. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. And I like I said, I need you to stop talking down on yourself. I need you to stop talking because when you allow yourself talking down on yourself, you allow others to come and talk down on you. Then you can't even get mad because you're doing it yourself.
Absolutely. You're right.
That's saying.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
All right. So on that note, we finna get out of here because I need a drink. Get what?
We listening, we don't judge.